For me, being a teacher wasn't even a consideration in high school. I actually hadn't even thought about it much yet, at all. I just knew I was going to college to figure it out. So I applied to one local state college, costing about $30,000 a year, and I was going to keep living at home. During my freshman year, I really liked my intro to psychology class. So I figured, yeah, that's a pretty good major. But then I discovered it wasn't for me. I figured out it was my math classes that actually truly inspired me. And so as a college senior enjoying taking math classes as a math major, I still didn't know what I wanted to do. So my professors steered me to graduate school. But I had to be a teaching assistant in order to pay for my tuition. This terrified me. I was incredibly shy and did not like to talk in front of groups of people. But I found out it isn't so terrifying, actually, when you're talking about something you love. And being a math teacher, I love math. Now the cost has doubled to $6,000 a year, and most universities require freshmen to live on campus. Let's not even look at the cost of a private university. Things have definitely changed, haven't they? Today, many high school students have the opportunity to take college credit classes. They are much, much cheaper. At my school, a student can earn credit for one college class for $50. That's a total of $500 for a full year of classes. I certainly see the financial benefit for students to do this. But this takes away that expiration time from their college years. So, as a result, it is the job of high schools to give students more opportunities to explore their interests and find their passion. Up to 2 years ago, the passion I shared with students was math and teaching. But as a result of Governor Hutchinson's initiative in Arkansas, all high schools are now required to offer a computer science class. But my school did not have a certified teacher. So this brought my principal, Mr. Barger, to my classroom, asking if I was interested. Well, I was still trying to impress him, and I have trouble saying no. But I said yes, but little did I know that saying yes was actually going to turn into something more than just teaching a class that wasn't math. It has given me a new passion. Not a passion for computer science, but a passion for sharing the possibility of computer science to students, especially women. So I'd like to introduce you to a few women I've met in my 2 short years of teaching a computer science class. These women are going to share with you about how the role of this one class has impacted their life towards a passion. First, I'd like you to meet Shalou Javan. She was a student in my class last spring, and she is currently a freshman at the University of Arkansas at Little Rock. So let's hear from her how my class has changed her path to a career.
I came into college knowing that I wanted to be an accounting major, but I didn't really feel that it was complete. I felt like I should have something to go alongside with it. And I had taken a computer science class in high school, but at the time I didn't really know too much about computer science. It was just a class that I took with my friends and just for fun. But as we continued in the course, I realized that I really enjoyed it, and it was really fascinating for me to see how everything came together with such simple or complex commands. And I really loved the whole you have a problem, now find a solution aspect of it. And it was just find the solution in any way possible, do whatever you have to, just fix your problem. And I really began to enjoy the idea of computer science.
Always knew she wanted to be an accountant. Okay, that was her goal. But when she got to college, she kind of knew something was missing. So she thought back to her class, and it was interesting because her computer science class was not going to be a class she was going to take as a senior. She didn't think of computer science at all, but her friends were in the class. And so she took the computer science class specifically to be with her friends. But it turned out that during that time, she actually found that she really enjoyed one thing about computer science. Its job was to problem solve. And I really stressed when I was teaching them, and she would have said it, that to solve your problem in any way possible. And she found out that she really liked that idea of you got a problem, solve it in any way, it doesn't matter how you get there, just solve your problem. So that really influenced her, and she is now an accountant and computer science major. There's one thing that I learned, though, that I need to be careful. I need to make sure I prepare students for the challenges, especially of being a woman in computer science. So I'd like you to meet Sarah Fries. Sarah went into college knowing she wanted to be a math major. But when she got there, after taking my class, she decided to double major in math and computer science. So that was one influence in her class. What's interesting is her first experience, though, in a college programming class. Now, you probably will not hear audio, but there is a video that hopefully will run, because she found out when she was in the computer science class, she sat down at a table, and every single man that came in the room sat at a table across the room. She was the only girl in the room, and she sat alone during her first programming class. So I'm very proud of her for still being a computer science major, but it reminds me that I need to be careful, okay? I need to warn them about that challenge that they're going to face. Sarah also found out it's not just being alone in a class. She is one of 4 computer science majors at Ouachita Baptist University. That's it, 4 majors. So she has a little company, but not too much. So that is just a challenge that students need to be aware of. My computer science class, though, has sparked also the interest in a few other students. Of this class, I'd like you to meet 2 students. The first one is Blakely Fiedler. I asked my students to write a letter to future students, and this is what Blakely had to say in her letter. I had no idea what I wanted to major in until I took this class. I knew I wanted to do engineering, I just didn't know what branch to choose. I found a new love for programming and the fact that I can make the impossible happen in just a few clicks. Kristen Harding says, "You have no idea how beneficial this class will be for your future. Computer science is a growing field, and by the time you read this letter, there will be an even greater need for computer literate people." These women fuel my new passion to bring computer science to more students at my school, especially women. So I challenge you, share your passion with students and help them find their passion. Thank you.